The peril of overconfidence when belief becomes a trap. Confidence is often seen as the key to success. We are told to believe in ourselves, to silence self doubt, and to take bold steps forward. And yet, history is littered with the remains of those who soared too high, mistaking their self assurance for invincibility. This is where the Icarus effect comes into play, a psychological trap where one's confidence surpasses their actual abilities, leading to catastrophic downfall. It is a phenomenon we witness across history in business, in politics, in war, and even in our personal lives. The ancient Greek myth of Icarus tells us of a young man who, given wings of wax and feathers, was warned by his father not to fly too close to the sun. Ignoring this wisdom, he soared upward, intoxicated by his newfound power. The wax melted, and he plummeted into the sea. This tale is often used as a cautionary lesson. Ambition must be tempered by wisdom. But beyond mythology, psychology offers us deeper insights into why we tend to overestimate ourselves and the consequences that follow. The illusion of competence. One of the most well-documented cognitive biases is the Dunning-Kruger effect, a psychological tendency where individuals with low ability overestimate their competence. As David Dunning himself put it, the trouble with ignorance is that it feels just like expertise. When people lack the skills to accurately assess their own competence, they become blind to their limitations. This illusion can manifest in countless ways. An entrepreneur refusing to listen to expert advice, a leader ignoring data in favor of their gut feeling, or even an individual who assumes they can handle any challenge simply because they have succeeded in the past. Confidence without competence is not bravery, it is recklessness, and recklessness has a price. The thin line between courage and hubris. In psychology, overconfidence is often linked to the concept of optimism bias, our tendency to believe that we are less likely to experience failure than others. We assume that bad things happen to other people, not to us. This mindset can be empowering in moderation, but destructive when taken too far. Napoleon marched into Russia believing his army was invincible. The financial crisis of 2008 was, in part, fueled by overconfident investors who assumed the market could never collapse. As Voltaire once said, doubt is an uncomfortable condition, but certainty is a ridiculous one. Certainty can be a dangerous illusion. The moment we believe we are beyond failure, we stop questioning, we stop learning, and we stop adapting. Why we ignore warnings. Why do people like Icarus ignore warnings? Psychologists suggest that cognitive dissonance plays a role. When reality contradicts our beliefs about our own greatness, it is easier to dismiss reality than to accept that we might be wrong. People surround themselves with yes men, they downplay risks, and they label skeptics as pessimists. The truth is, those who fly the highest must be the most cautious. True confidence is not about believing you are infallible. It is about knowing your limits and continuously refining your judgment. The balance between confidence and self-awareness. So, should we abandon confidence altogether? Absolutely not. Confidence is necessary for growth, for leadership, for achievement. But it must be earned, not assumed. It must be balanced with humility and self-awareness. The difference between those who succeed and those who fail often lies not in how high they reach, but in how well they understand their own wings. Perhaps the lesson of Icarus is not just about avoiding the sun, but about learning to recognize when we are flying too close. Or, as Socrates wisely put it, the only true wisdom is in knowing you know nothing.